Welcome to APEA Dog Grooming. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and like this video so that you can enjoy more videos like this one. So if you saw the extremely matted flea infested poodle mix shave down, well then you will know who this is. It's his mom! So I've already pre-sprayed my salon with some flea repellent. I've sprayed down my floors, my walls, the door handles, my tub, everything down. Anything and everything that I'll be using, I'm trying to keep at a arm's length so that I don't get distracted and lose time finding and looking for things, because I want to get this done as soon as possible. So I know this video is long overdue. This is, I think 2 days after the second groom of the extremely matted flea infested video. So I thought I would start off this new year 2021 with a matted video, because I know how much you guys love watching those. My most viewed video on my channel is the extremely matted flea infested poodle mix shave down. So if you're new, please make sure to watch video 1 and 2 of this family. And what is actually going on is that these two pups are under the care of an older lady. I'm not quite sure how old she is or what's going on or why her dogs are in this condition. But like I said in previous videos, I am not one to judge. I know feelings can get hurt by watching, the state of these pets. But what we are here to do is to do our job. Not to feel sorry, not to feel mad, not to feel disgusted or anything. We are here to do our job, and that is to clean them up. So with that being said, viewer discretion is advised, because, if you are very squeamish and you don't like watching bugs and, fleas and all of that stuff, you don't want to be watching this video at all. But if you don't mind it, keep on watching. So like I said, I don't know a whole lot about their history, where they came from, how she got them, or anything. All I know is that I am the only groomer in her area that will, take her dogs in for grooming, because, well, I can imagine, because of all of those fleas and, the condition of how bad they are. Normal grooming shops wouldn't want that kind of infestation to probably happen in their shop if they have like dogs in and out, in and out, in and out, and they don't have enough time to clean in between dogs. And some people just don't want to deal with all that, and that's okay. But I am willing to do so. I'm willing to take the time, because in the end, it's all about the dogs. If I'm not doing this, then nobody else is doing this. So I really don't care for your negative comments or your negativity towards the owner. All I know is that I myself have to do something today. So if you have watched video 1 and 2, you know already that I offered the owner a 2-for-1 deal. On the first groom, I didn't know she had another dog, but on the second groom of her other dog, I said, you know what, if you have other dogs, I'm gonna do them for you for the price of one. And she said, well, I only have another dog, there's only one more. So this is her, and this is actually his mom. You can tell by my decorations that it's still Halloween. I know I said this would be a New Year's video, but I had it since, I had recorded it since Halloween. You can probably see my pumpkin there somewhere, but yeah, I just thought I would start off this year with what I think is positivity. You may not agree, you may not like what I have to say, and that's okay, you know. So I will admit I had this video since Halloween, but I was postponing uploading it because of all the comments, the negative comments, not the positive ones, but the negative comments I had on the number 1 and 2 video on the owner. And I kind of felt like, oh no, I don't want to be, you know, controversial, and I don't want to be putting videos out there that promote negligence and all of that. But today is a new day, and I have thought it thoroughly and decided, you know what? I don't owe anyone an explanation of what goes on in my business. You know, I'm responsible for the things that I do. Only that. I can only explain myself to anyone. You know, I can't explain the reasons or whatever explanation there is behind anyone else but myself. But yeah, I'm really sorry if I'm ranting, but this is just how I felt. I felt kind of even, you know, ashamed, like, oh, you know, I'm condoning the owner, the state of, and how she has her dogs. And no, that's not it at all. All I know is that I have to do something, and this is the something, you know, the grooming. And some people even said, you know, you should report the owner for having those dogs like that. And guys, you can't report. They won't do anything if you report a dog because it has, you know, some mats and some fleas. They just won't do anything because they're overcrowded as it is, you know. And, you know, being realistic, what will happen if they even did take in those dogs? So say I report the owner and they take the dogs away, they take them to a shelter or a what's it called, a pound, and then they don't get rescued or they don't find a family, and then they get put down. So what's worse? In my opinion, I think it's better to live with a couple of fleas than to actually be put down because nobody found you a family. I know it sounds harsh and I know it sounds mean, but that's the reality of it. So I'm going to leave the comments on, and if I keep getting, you know, an enormous amount of negative comments on the owner and its dogs, I'm just going to turn the comments off for these videos. Not the other videos, not the normal dog grooming videos, but for these, yeah, I'm going to switch them off if negativity keeps, you know, circling around. And I really don't want that. I want my channel to be about learning and helping, not trying to put down others, not trying to, you know, say what you have on your mind and complain about life and complain about the owner and complain about the dogs while you're sitting behind a keyboard. Well, I'm actually doing the groom. You're not doing anything. You're just complaining. And that's what I said. It's not about feeling sorry. It's not about feeling mad. It's actually about doing something, anything. If you really want to help, you can always go to your local shelter. They really need help anywhere they can get. So, you know, and if you do go to a shelter, I'm pretty sure you won't have time to be complaining about other people's dogs. Anyway, so we've done our shave down with a number 10. Always disinfect and clean out your blade while working with a dog like this one, because as you saw, I actually had to disinfect my whole clipper because it got, you know, all yucky and messy. But I did put a muzzle on her. It's a her. And the reason for that is because, well, I figured if they haven't been groomed in a long time, then I'm pretty sure they haven't been vaccinated. And I wouldn't want to get bitten by an unvaccinated dog. So we're doing a 10 all over to start fresh. And so that when we are bathing her and picking out the fleas by hand, we can use our flea comb, and that will actually make it so much easier for the drying time, because I am not going to use a blow dryer on her. I don't want the flea eggs to spread all over. I know I said I did put flea repellent, but you can never be too safe when it comes to fleas. So to dry her, I'm going to put her under the sun. I do have a spot behind my door that the sun hits, so I'm going to, leave her there for a little bit so that she can completely dry and then send her home. I did send the owner with some flea repellent. God, I keep saying a lot. I didn't notice that until I started recording these videos. Anyways, like I said, I sent the owner home with some flea repellent she can put in their living area. I don't know if they live or they sleep, or they're close to her, or where they are. Oh my God, look at that. That is so disgusting. And it smelled really bad too. But you gotta do what you gotta do. Anyways, I don't know if they live or they sleep, with her. I'm pretty sure they don't, because that would be, awful. You'd be itching all the time. You'd get flea bites all over you and your clothes and your pillows and your bed and everything. So I hope she doesn't sleep with them. So I know it looks like I'm being, kind of pushy and rushy, and I just a little rough, I guess, but I'm just trying to get this rough cut as soon as I can so that I can get her, nice and washed up. After she has had her flea soap on, then I can take my time. It's just this initial rough cut I want to do quickly, as quickly as possible, so that I can get the shampoo on her so that they stop jumping around. I don't want my shop and my stuff to get, fleas all over them, even though I am cleaning before and after. But you want to make sure you do this as quickly as possible. And I'm going to throw away that toothbrush. I'm never using that on my clipper again. It was so nasty. So I'm using Cool Care not only to cool down the blade. It is a ceramic edge, so it doesn't heat up as quickly as an ultra edge would, but the sharpness lasts longer on these types of matted dogs when using a ceramic. Okay, and the Cool Care I'm using not only because of the cooling agent, but because of the disinfecting agent. You saw my blade got all nasty with, I don't even want to say or imagine. But try to work as clean as you can, even though the dog is pretty dirty. You want to work as clean as you can, keep everything contained. And finally, we're going in for the bath, the initial bath. First, I'm going to, make sure the water is nice and warm. And I'm going to give her a normal bath. I put some shampoo in my spray bottle just to get rid of the dirt and the grime. This is not the anti-flea shampoo part yet. This is just to get her clean-ish as much as we can, so that when she soaks in the flea repellent soap because it's a soap, it's not actually a shampoo. Look at all that dirty water. Just ew. Anyway, I really enjoy my work. I really do like it when a dog comes in not, such in such a bad state you never want, or you never should hope that you get a pet in such a bad state. But I like the change that happens in a grooming salon. I like it when they look like a big hot mess, and then they come out nice and clean, and they always come out smiling, always so proud of themselves, because they work hard, even though they're just standing there and you're doing all the work of, bathing and clipping and cutting and all of that. They work too. They're allowing you to handle them, to touch them, to, not every dog allows that perfectly, but they still do allow it. And that's a plus always. So far, she's doing pretty good. She's not scared by the water. I don't know why her coat was really short when her son, the first video number 1, was actually over a year that he had last been groomed. So while she is soaking a little bit on that regular shampoo, I'm just going to rinse out my little, what you call it, the shelf part, or the little stand part. I don't know, let's call it our table tub. Table. Yeah, our table tub. So this is some more normal shampoo. This is actually in a Animal Planet bottle, but it's not the Animal Planet shampoo. This is my biodegradable aloe vera and all natural shampoo. It actually has some flea repellent. It's not, gonna kill the fleas. It is just going to repel them and give her a nice rub in the tub. So I hadn't really noticed, but her muzzle was off this whole time. But I am going to muzzle her again. Just like I said, I already had an accident with a larger breed, biting me while I was towel drying or bathing, I don't remember. And I really wouldn't want to get bitten by one of these dogs because I'm pretty sure they haven't been vaccinated. So I am going to put it on while I do her body, then I'm going to take it off when I do her face. And now we are using our anti-flea soap, and we're just rubbing that in thoroughly. We're giving her a nice thick lather of this soap. make sure to hit that subscribe button if you like what you're watching. So as you can probably tell, this is going to be a long video. I think it's about an hour long. Yeah, it's just that I like to be thorough, and we are going to be hand picking those fleas off of her body with a flea comb. That's why we did that's why we did a rough cut first, so that we can hand pick those fleas. And I like to be very thorough with my job because I know they won't be in for at least 2 months or so. That's the deal I made with her, the 2 for 1, as long as they came in pretty often, which is 1 to 3 months. So we're still lathering up that soap on her body. Make sure every inch of her is covered with this soap lather, so that we can kill all those suckers. So I was ranting, I think, on video number 2 on how I really hated fleas and I didn't understand their purpose in life. And I actually got a really funny, interesting comment by this user called Kitters. Says, science nerd here about to word vomit all over. Did you really want to know what the purpose of fleas are in the ecosystem? They spread disease and parasites. The sciencey term is vector, which controls the growth of many species. I mean, there was the Black Death, bubonic plague, that was transmitted by a particular species of flea. As for a good reason, the larval stage eats decaying matter. Yeah, I agree, that's not a very good one either. Oh my god, that was hilarious. When I read that, I wanted to answer, but I wanted to read it out loud in one of my videos so that you guys could also be part of it. Kitters, oh my god, that is hilarious. Thank you for answering that. I didn't really think anyone listened to all the junk I have to say. Sometimes I know when I get to talking, it's hard for me to stop. Alright, so now we are starting to hand pick these fleas off of her. Yay, finally. So this is going to take a while, and I mean a while. So part of you guys are concerned that is it okay if the dog is still wet and it's shaking because it's cold? Well, yeah, it's shivering, but it's warm outside. There's sun. She's gonna dry under the sun anyway. But well, not before rinsing and all of that. But I'd rather her be shivering for a little bit, maybe half an hour, or I don't know how long it took me. I mean, we're already 23 minutes in. And yeah, I'd rather her be shaking and shivering a little bit for today and then be free of fleas for the next, I don't know how long. Oh, something else I wanted to mention was that in videos 1 and 2, when I said that they were adopted or rescued, I'm not sure what term I used, but I said one of those two, and some of you said, oh, I don't know what kind of shelter would hand out unneutered or unspayed pets to families. And that's not what I meant. Like I said in video number 2, when I mean a rescue, I don't mean it from a shelter. Where I live, you can literally go out in the street walk a couple of blocks and, find a dog, pick it up, and give it a new home. Obviously the correct thing to do is to search for its original home, but if you don't find any family that's looking for them, then you keep it. That's how I got my dogs. My husband did that exact same thing. Said, "Oh my God, I found this dog," and then we looked for its family for a really long time. We put ads everywhere. We walked all over our city and trying to find their home, and that's how I ended up with 4 dogs, and not to mention a bunch of cats. Cause oh my God, he is an animal lover. I am also, but he is the one that brought them in the house. Once he found a rabbit in the dumpster. Can you believe that? A rabbit. He went out to throw out the trash and found a rabbit. So that one we didn't keep. We actually found a home for her. It was a her. And yeah. So when I say a rescue, that's what I mean by a rescue, not a dog from a shelter. You don't, well, I guess you do, but that's not really rescuing. You just, get in your car or walk to the shelter and get a dog that someone else rescued. What I mean by rescued is that you literally picked it off the street and brought it home. If there are any dog groomers out there watching this video, and if you have some tips and suggestions for getting rid of the fleas faster than what I'm doing right now, please say so. Please, help me out with that, because I'm pretty sure I'm going to be doing these dogs for a very long time, and I don't want to be, taking 2 hours on each one every time they come in. And if you're not a dog groomer, please don't let your pet get to this state of madness or dirtiness or, the fleas. There's always stuff you can do at home to help out your pet, even if you can't afford to be grooming your dog every month or two. Or, just reach out to your local groomers and grooming shops and be like, you know what, I can't afford this, and can you help me out, or can you help me teach me how to manage this at home? Some will probably turn you down and some will be glad to help you. Just, reach out and say, I need help. There's nothing wrong with saying, I can't afford this right now, and it's totally understandable, right? Especially right now with this whole pandemic, everyone needs something from someone else, and we can always help each other. And just say it, from the very beginning. You know what? I need help. I need my dog to be groomed. He's really matted or he has really long nails and I can't do this at home. I don't know how. If you don't know what you're doing, you can easily hurt a dog when using nail cutters or clippers or scissors or anything. So just reach out, and if you're shy and you don't want to admit you need help, you can always get the stuff and then follow some videos out there. I have some dog grooming basics that you can do at home, like brushing, detangling, all of that, just to prevent your dog from getting in a state where it's so bad that, something like this would be necessary. I always highly recommend, grooming your own dogs at home. Maybe you're not up for the nail trimming part because you don't want to hurt them, or, sometimes dogs can be really aggressive when it comes to the nails. But you can do brushing at home, you can do dematting at home, you can do de-shedding at home, all of that. You can do so many things at home to better the life quality of your pet. And it's also a great bonding time with them. You get to know them, you get to know what they like, what they really don't like, what they're like at the grooming salon, because they're not the same dogs when they're with you than when they're on the table. So we're 30 minutes in this video and we're still picking at her coat with the flea comb. I'm not sure if I should fast forward this part and just make this video a lot shorter, or if you guys like to watch, the full video, even though it's still edited and it still has some parts edited out. It's kind of the full groom. I haven't done a full live video yet, but I will be doing so soon. I will be getting a new phone because my phone, I dropped it a bunch of times and the camera doesn't work, so I can't film live. But I'll be getting one soon, a new one soon, and we'll be able to do some lives. Yay! So I will be putting a poll on my channel, and I will be updating it, I guess, every month or so, to see what you guys like to watch, what you don't like to watch, maybe some requests. And yeah, that way I can have a better understanding of what my audience likes. I know YouTube has, their analytics and all that fancy stuff, but there's just nothing like asking you guys directly what you want to watch. Maybe shorter videos than the ones I've been recently uploading, or, longer videos like this one. I'm not sure. So I'll be putting out a post soon. Stay tuned for that. if you're a groomer, let me know how you would have handled this situation in your shop. What would the owner allow you to do? Or if it's your own shop, what would you have done with the grooming and the owner and the dogs? I'd really like to know what other groomers are doing out there. You know, if they would even take a dog in like this, or, you know, send it home, or book a special day for him or her. Or if you do, you know, volunteer work at some place, let me know. I'm really curious of what other groomers do and what they don't do. Um, Not because I question myself or my business standing point, but I'm just curious. I like to know. Like I said in my cheeky video, I'm a pretty nosy person. When it comes to my clients, I like knowing, you know, what they're up to, what their life is like, what their future is going to be like, how they got there, why they got there. I'm pretty nosy. Sorry. If you would like to help this channel grow, make sure to hit that subscribe button and like my videos so that YouTube knows that my videos are worth the watch. Alright, so instead of this video being silent for, you know, God knows how long, because I'm pretty, I've run out of things to say, oh my gosh. Anyways, I thought I would talk a little of how my business works. It's, I'm a one-woman show. I have no employees. I own my own shop. I don't have a boss. I'm my own boss. That has its pros and cons. And, you know, I book appointments. I do the grooms. I wash after my grooms. I do my own advertising. I actually designed my own business cards, my flyers. I actually designed my own logo. I know, you know, pretty much the basic amount of how to use Corel Draw, and that's how I designed all of my stuff. Then I just, you know, had it printed out. Then, you know, I walk around in the neighborhood and hand out my own flyers. Yeah, like I said, one woman show. So I'm by appointment only. I plan out my week, and then, you know, I'm not booked out as, you know, many other groomers are. I'm not at that stage yet, but I will be soon enough. I'm looking towards that, but since I am by appointment, it allows me to do, you know, all the things necessary for my house and my business to keep on running and me not go crazy. As I've mentioned before in previous videos, I don't use cages, and that's part of the by appointment only. That way I only groom your dog. So when your dog is with me, it's the only dog in the shop. So that really allows me to have some peace of mind, and it allows the dog to be calmer, because there is nothing worse than going into a shop and there's yelping and screaming and barking and whining all going on at the same time, because there's like 5 dogs in one shop at one time. So I really don't like that, and my clients really appreciate that as well. You can sometimes hear my own dogs, but it's not often that they make a lot of noise. And yeah, so it's only your dog in the shop with me, and sometimes you can hear my dogs, but not like crazy, because I don't like being stressed at work. I do use aromatherapy, and I use lavender essential oil, and that not only helps calm the dog down, it also helps me calm down. And by me being calm, it actually helps the dog to remain still and more compliant to what I'm trying to do with him or her. I will admit, at the beginning I thought the whole aromatherapy was a bunch of mumbo jumbo, but it doesn't always work. It just depends, I guess, on how the dog is feeling. If it's, willing to give up a little bit, and the lavender helps with that. But, if the dog is really unruly, it won't allow, for any of the aromatherapy to work. So it's not, 100% for sure it's gonna work, because no dog is the same, as no person is the same, but I've noticed that even if it is just a placebo for me to use the aromatherapy, the diffuser, it still gives me that sense of, well, I guess I'll just be calm because I have the diffuser on. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not sure if it works, but maybe it's just my mind playing tricks on me. I don't know. I just put it on. So, if I didn't mention, her name is Pingu. I thought it was pretty funny, or pretty cute name. I've never had a client named Pingu. So we're almost done. I think there's only 10 minutes left of this video to watch. But you know, approximately it takes me about 2 hours to 2 hours and a half to finish these dogs. I would normally take, you know, between an hour and a half or 2 hours, depending if they are fidgety, to do a normal dog, like in a normal state of um, dirtiness or knots or stuff like that. But since, you know, these dogs come in such a rough shape, I obviously take a little bit longer. And that's okay. I mean, I book them separately so I don't spend like 4 hours or 6 hours doing 2 dogs. But I book them separately, and I book 1 day for each one of them. You know, like I don't have a dog before them and I don't have a dog after them. They're my only dog of the day. And this way it just helps me stay calm and, you know, not frustrated, because it is a lot of work. I know it seems kind of boring, and if you're watching, you know, it seems tedious and, you know, it's boring to watch, I guess, but when you're actually there, it really takes a toll on your body, it takes a toll on your mind, because even though you don't want to judge and you don't want to, you know, create a negative space between the dog and you, because, you know, the owner is gone. The owner is at home, and I'm there, well, you know, getting mad at the owner and myself and everything. I don't want to create that environment for the dog and I to be in, where I'm all stressed out and mad. So I'm trying to keep calm, trying not to overthink things. And like I said, that really takes a toll on your body, because my like you've seen, I don't use a grooming table. I use my tub, and I do everything in my tub. So I'm pretty sure I'll be making a video on my tub, because it's a really handy dandy tub. It allows me to do, you know, 2 dogs at a time. And it allows me to clean up way faster. And yeah, and my tub isn't, you know, it doesn't move up and down. What do you call that? An electric table? It's not an electric tub, so I have to bend down or kneel down when I can't see things. So that really takes a toll on your body. I've recently noticed, not so much on my wrists or my hands, because I don't do a lot of scissoring, but it does take out my back. And I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do about that. Maybe I'll get a grooming table, but I'm not sure. I just think it'll be too stuffy if I put a grooming table. I don't know yet. I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure I need it yet. I'm not so overbooked that I would need, you know, a table per se. She's been really patient with me and that muzzle. I've had other dogs who come in sort of regularly, and they can't stand the muzzle. Like, they want it off. And she's been very, very patient with me. I'm quite surprised of how well she's doing. I hope you guys have had a really, really happy holiday. I know I didn't put up a Christmas video, but I did put up the bow tie video for your New Year's photos with your dogs. I guess you can even use it on cats as well. Just make it really small so that when they walk, you know, it doesn't drag on the floor. But yeah, I hope you guys have a very Merry Christmas and a very Happy New Year. Let's start off this year by doing what is right, doing the best we can at whatever we are trying to face in life. Let's try to be the best version of ourselves. I know that I have had my ups and downs this year, but I will try to be a better person. And yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate your comments. I really appreciate you liking and subscribing to my channel. It just lets me know that you guys are enjoying my videos. And alrighty, so let's finish this video. It's been a long one. I will be putting some before and after pictures at the very end so that you can see what she looked like before, because it's been a while since we saw those pictures. So again, thank you so much for everything, you guys. Have a wonderful new 2021.